Okay, so this is episode 5 of the Petalburg Challenge. Let's check on our team. We have a Poochyena and a very strong Wingull, and I need to level up Beautifly and Tentcool. But I think we're in good shape. So I've just arrived at Littleroot City, and we are going to take on the trainers on the beach. So there's a few things you need to do at this point. There's no gym in Littleroot, but you need to see Captain Stern. I think you need to defeat Team Magma to do that. I can't quite remember, but we're going to just play through it casually and possibly progress along the bike trail as well and stuff like that, and yeah, just hopefully level up and stuff along the way. So let's see here. I'm just going to put out my Poochyena just to start off and see what we're up against here. Possibly a lot of water type, maybe. So yeah, I know a few other people are trying this challenge out. Okay, that's a fighting type. That's not going to be good. So what we want to do is swap out for Wingull here. Wingull has flying type attacks. So yeah, I was just saying, I know some people are trying this out, this challenge, and I'm not sure at what point. I haven't been able to check out some of the videos. There's one I'm following along. There's another YouTuber called Joe who's trying this out. So yeah, we're going to try and make some decent progress today. I do enjoy a Saturday Pokemon playthrough. Saturday was always like the Pokemon day, right? You'd always have more time to sit with your handheld, like Game Boy or DS or whatever, and you'd have time to spare, you know? You didn't feel so guilty and you've other stuff to be doing during the week. But you never feel guilty playing Pokemon, right? So anyway, this is going to be a double battle, right? Oh no, they're okay. It's kind of nice, I suppose, that you get some XP before you progress into the city. I do like this point in the game. It's kind of it opens up. It's a bit like Goldenrod in Gen 2. Everything kind of opens up from here, and the paths diverge in different directions and stuff like that. And yeah, I suppose for anybody who's tuning in for the first time at this point in episode 5, I mean, first of all, feel free to go back and check out some of the earlier episodes, particularly the first episode where I run through maybe some of the rules of the challenge in a little bit more detail. But I suppose the short version is that basically the challenge uses Petalburg City as a cutoff point, by which I mean you can't catch any wild Pokemon you encounter beyond that point. So the idea is that your character is building a team that reminds them of home to accompany them on their journey to becoming the champion. So hence we have Poochyena, which is the Poochyena you encounter in the opening cinematic sequence, and we have these other Pokemon which have been caught along those early routes, and that's the team we have to stick with. Now I can track back at any point, and I will do, to catch a couple of more Pokemon to add into the mix. And as there may be different challenges along the way that require different types of Pokemon, I can go back and check out, you know, and catch different types of Pokemon. The pool of Pokemon in those early sections up to the point of Petalburg City is actually quite decent, because you can fish as well. So Wingull, okay. So yeah, you can fish and use the grassy areas basically, and you can return it at any point, but you must only use kind of early game Pokemon to become the champion and beat the game. Wingull is a definite shout because of all the different types of moves it can learn. I mean, it has water, flying. You can teach it steel wing and other stuff. So really, really useful Pokemon to have. And you can catch Wingull in the early stages, the early routes. I think it's Route 103, if I'm not mistaken. It's the northern route, just above Oldale. Okay, Azurill. It's going to be a water type, right? I do need to teach Poochyena something else, because I mean, Bite is decent, but it's not. It doesn't pack that much of a punch. I mean, I did quite well there, but I need something else. I'm not quite sure what yet, but I wonder if, like, is there like Hyper Fang or something? I don't know. I'll have to see what we come across in terms of the TMs. I think the next gym is electric and steel, so you have like Magneton and Magnemite. So that could be tricky, and Voltorb or something like... Yeah, I think Voltorb Electrode maybe. So that could be tricky. Okay. Especially with Wingull, actually. Wingull is flying in water, so it's going to be really susceptible to electric. Oh, that's cool, isn't it? Zigzagoon picks up the litter. Dirty water becomes rain and joins our rivers, which we drink from. If we pollute the sea, it all comes back to haunt us eventually. He's right, you know. Nice little message there in the game. Chill at my papa's spot. Okay. It's like a little beach hut hangout area. Oh, there's actually... I didn't know there were trainers in here. I don't think I've ever gone in here. In all of my playthroughs of Ruby. My, like, 4 or 5 maybe longer playthroughs throughout my life. I don't think I've ever gone into this beach hut. So that's cool. So there is a risk here of Poochyena and Wingull breaking off from the pack in terms of leveling, simply because they're already a decent level and they've good learn move sets, learn sets. I don't mind that too much, so long as I don't... Yeah, but I will need good backup Pokemon, right? So I'm gonna have to think about that. Yes, let's swap out for... let's just put a Beautifly and see what happens. I don't know if Beautifly has any decent moves. Okay, we have Absorb, which is technically going to be super effective against water, right? Or not. Maybe not. Maybe Tentacool, because it's poison as well, maybe? Let's just try Tackle, I guess. No, that's not good. Yeah, I just need something to teach. But I think Beautifly learns a decent move. I must check the learn set again, but Beautifly does learn some good grass type moves, and I can teach it grass type TMs if I find them. So I'm hoping that... Oh nice, that was decent. So yeah, in terms of goals for this episode, I'm not too sure. I mean, I'd like to level up some of these guys maybe. What moves does Tentacool even have? Oh yeah, he does no cut. Could be difficult until I have Surf and stuff like that, but even to get Beautifly up to like 15, so I have a strong trio. Okay, the Seashore House, Mr. C. If you can defeat all the trainers here, I'll reward your efforts. Fair enough. Let's keep Beautifly out, see if we can level up. Oh, she looks cool. Beauty Johanna. Goldine. Okay, so let's try... like, Absorb has to be super effective here, right? Why does everybody know Supersonic as well? The most frustrating move in all of Pokemon. Okay, at least that's super effective. Ouch. So is that. Although I should get some HP back. Critical hit. Nice. I should survive one more round here. Yeah, I'm good, I'm good. Nice, okay, we'll take it. I should level up here as well, actually. That's a lot of XP. Nice, almost up to 12 as well. Yeah, I think let's get Beautifly to level 15, I think. As a loose target, and then Tentacool might have to hang back, like I said, until I get like Surf, because I don't know if he knows any decent moves along the way. Once you get Surf though, I mean, water Pokemon are always decent. Let's just Absorb again, right? We also need to go back at some point and try and get Dustox. And I'll tell you why, because Dustox is the psychic other half of Beautifly that evolves from Wurmple. So yeah, having a psychic option is going to be important. Now again, people are going to be screaming at the screen saying, you can catch Ralts early on. I'm specifically avoiding Ralts just because I want to, I suppose, and I don't know, I think it's, for my kind of story or playthrough, I'd like to have Beautifly and Dustox being the grass and the psychic options, whereas I know you can get Nuzleaf as the grass option and Ralts as the psychic option, which is like the natural fit. But I decided to go for the less obvious options. I tend to do that a lot, but I'm going to see how it works out. So yeah, we'll have Beautifly, Dustox, Wingull and Poochyena forming the main four. I'm still not convinced about Tentacool long term, but perhaps when we get like the water HMs I'll be more convinced. And what else? There might be one or two other options that I can think about. Oh, obviously we can get Magikarp and Gyarados later on in the game when it's a little bit easier to level up. And actually, now that I think about that, I was reminded by Joel's playthrough that I can actually return to the Devon Corporation now and actually get the XP share, which is going to be really important to get Gyarados, right? Because you can catch Magikarp, give it the XP share, do some leveling up, and then hopefully get it close to level 20. So yeah, Gyarados is going to be our 5th key team member, and the 6th, I suppose Tentacool, yeah, why not? There is one or two other options, but we'll think about that later on in the game. But yeah, as you can see already, just by what I've described, the range of Pokemon in the early game is really, really cool. And that's why a challenge like this is nice, because it makes you make the most of that selection of Pokemon that, to be honest, otherwise I would probably just ignore and move on, and I wouldn't catch Wingull or Tentacool or Poochyena at all. So yeah, the challenge kind of, it really injects a bit of new life into the game, I suppose. And it's a fun narrative, right? But yeah, Beautifly is doing well here. So obviously, clearly proving to be quite effective against water type. I like the sprite as well. Beautifly is cool. And Dustox is cool as well. They're actually very cool. What would you call it? They're like Caterpie equivalent evolution lines, you know? That kind of early bug evolution lines. I think the ones in these Gen 3 ones are very cool. Okay, so this should bring us up to 12. Alright, nice. I might bring up on the screen. Okay, let's see what we get for defeating. You are scorching hot, those battles blazed. Okay. Half a dozen bottles of soda pop. Okay. What does that do? It's going to be for like the, I don't know, the personality. Okay, restores HP. I was going to say like the personality score or something of the Pokemon. No, it's like, okay, 60 HP. That's nice. A wondrous stone, a hold item that prevents evolution. I have thought about that for Wingull. Because Wingull is cool, but I mean, Pelipper is cool as well. I see what I don't like about I don't like the sprite for Pelipper. That's Wingull's evolution. But by preventing the evolution, or preventing the evolution, am I losing out on some stats and other improvements that come along with evolving? I suppose that's my question. If not, and it's purely aesthetic, I'd keep Wingull. But I'm going to have to check that out, because I think it's level 25. Yeah, level 25 when that evolution happens. So I'm just going to track back really quickly to get the XP share. And I just want to, I'm interested in the dialogue from the Devon Corporation guy. Okay, back to Petalburg. This is a really great mode of transport, right? It's really efficient. And it's free by all accounts, so... Okay, so we just have to track through the woods here. Shouldn't take too long. I don't think I have any repels, so we might just have to just try and skirt around the edges. Okay, like the first patch of grass. Yeah, it'd be nice to get like Poochyena to level 20, Wingull to 20, and Beautifly to 15. I think that'd be a nice strong team. Okay, nice, we made it through without too much bother. Alright, so now we can... That didn't actually take as long as I thought it would. So we are back in Rustboro. This is the Devon Corporation here. Let's go up and chat with the... This is a big pharma company. I don't mean the building is big. Obviously, I'm referring to big pharma. It's a big pharmaceutical corporation. Okay, yes, I delivered your letter. Nice, we got the XP share. That's going to be really, really important. Like I said, for Magikarp, Gyarados shenanigans. Yes, it is quite useful in raising weak Pokemon. What does this guy say? Okay, so yeah, we have to go to the shipyard in Slateport. That's our destination. And like I said, I think we encounter Team Magma. So that'll give us some more XP. I do like the encounters with the rival gangs in Pokemon. I just think they're thematically quite interesting. Because they usually have like really interesting Pokemon, right? They usually have like dark type, poison type, fire type. Okay, let's head back here. Let's talk to Mr. Briny. So we have to go to Dewford first, and then we'll head back to Slateport and try and find the captain dude. So yeah, if you're enjoying the playthrough and the challenge, drop a comment and we can chat about it in the comment section. It's a really interesting challenge, and I'd love to see more people try it out and to kind of put their own spin on it. Like I said, you can impose kind of different narrative driven choices like I have about not catching Ralts, for example. I mean, you might do something similar, or you might focus on a particular Pokemon or a set of Pokemon from the pool that is permitted in the early section. But yeah, check out the description of any of these videos, of any of these Petalburg Challenge videos, and you'll see the basic rules and then some notes underneath that will kind of just add a little bit more clarification and to each specific rule. And yeah, it's a very easy challenge to kind of jump into, you know, and it's nice. It's a story, and it puts you in a different frame of mind than just a normal playthrough, for example. Okay, so we have the little market area here. Awesome. So we'll run through and talk to those guys in a second. Okay, so we have some Team Magma stuff happening here. Okay, we've Captain Stern. Here's the shipyard, so let's just go and find... I'm not sure if he's even here, but... Or is this... This is Stern, right? Oh no, it's not, never mind. My memory is vague on this section, so I can't remember if... Is Stern, is he being like held against his will in the museum or something? I can't quite remember. Yeah, see, Stern went off somewhere, he had some work to do. So yeah, we have to find him. Let's just browse around here for a second. Okay, anything in the bin? No. Let's check out the PC here. Oh no, we can't. It's cool that you can see through the ceiling like that. It's kind of a very immersive effect. Okay, so does that prompt something? Oh, let's chat to these guys. Tears shed by... he's a very sentimental sailor, right? That's interesting, you know, because I think they do. That is actually done. Ships are purposely sunk to form kind of coral habitats and stuff like that. It's kind of fascinating, and it's kind of haunting as well. But yeah, I don't know, it's kind of really interesting that they purposely sink ships and they'll just kind of end up at the bottom of the ocean. Okay. Oh yeah, there is a kind of a contest area and stuff. I was never super like motivated to get involved with any of that stuff, you know, like the personality contests and all that. Somehow, what did this person say? See, they're mentioning about clean water as well. They're a very eco-friendly bunch in Littleroot City. Okay, so we have the market and stuff. Okay, so let's see. So obviously, okay, so the oh no, never mind. This isn't the. Where's the museum? Oh, here, yeah. Okay, so the line has cleared and we can go in there and find Stern. So let's just have a chat with this person here. Okay, he's talking about the lighthouse. Okay, so I think we've kind of done everything there. Let's just chat to the people in the market for a second before we head into the museum. Pokemon fan club. I'm just gonna chat around here. Just sometimes I'm wary that there might be items and stuff that you can get. Okay, some protein. Okay, he's very enthusiastic about the Pokemon contest. Okay. See, that lady did say to come back to her when my Pokemon are more like amicable or something towards me. So maybe you do get an item there, but that sounds like a bit of hard work. Okay, this lady's interviewing me. Let's just say no, we're busy. A little bit busy at the moment. Okay, let's chat to some people in the market here. Okay. So we need to get secret power and then go back and talk. It's all very covert, right? Everyone's like, if you do this, come back and we'll have a chat and we might do this. Do you know, everybody's very secretive. Okay. What do these folks say? Okay, we got some energy stuff. Okay, everybody's really encouraging me to get on board with the contests and personality stuff. Okay. Can you actually... Okay, you can buy stuff. Okay, I think there is like some form of habitat housing area you can create in this game. Again, my memory's vague on it, but I think it's those little kind of nukes in the mountainside that you can turn into a little cave thing. I can't quite remember. Okay, right, okay, so that's grand. So let's heal up. Now that we've kind of just chatted with the locals and stuff. Yeah, so I suppose, like I was mentioning, kind of the goal for the episode, let's defeat Team Magma in the museum, chat to Stern, and then we can maybe travel north a little bit. And I'll just check out really quickly maybe some of these buildings, the contests and stuff. Not too important. Like nickname rating and stuff. I mean, it's grand, but it's not what we're looking for really. To carry the story along. So I guess let's lead. I'm going to lead with Beautifly. And before we move on, I'm actually going to bring up Beautifly's Bulbapedia page to check out the learn set. So let's just bring up the window here. And let me just make it a little bit bigger. Okay, nice. So if we click on Gen 3, so at level 13, Beautifly learns Gust, which is a flying move. That's nice, because so then we'll have an option, another option against fighting. And what we might do is let's check. So flying is super effective against grass, fighting, and bug. So that's nice. That gives us that. Beautifly does learn Mega Drain, which is like a better absorb at level 24, which is nice. So that's kind of just, that's what we're waiting for, Gust and Mega Drain. Silver Wind at level 6 or level 34. It's decent as well. But yeah, okay, so that's looking promising. Okay, let's head in here into the Oceanic Museum. So we're gonna lead with Beautifly. Out front, $50 to enter. Sweet. Oh, nice. We just got a free TM from a Team Magma Grunt. Okay, what is it? I think it's Thief, right? So does Thief... I think Poochyena can learn Thief. I'm just going to check that real quick. Yeah, he actually can, and it deals 40 damage. I mean, Bite deals 60. It's not really that important to teach that at the moment. Oh, right, okay. So here's Stern. So we still have to fight Team Magma at some point. I think it's after we speak to him. Ah, yes. Well, and we will have to face our rival at some point as well. Is it Brendan? I can't remember. I think it's Brendan. Yeah, I think it was Brendan, right? The our rival's name. Okay, Nummel. What type is Nummel? So fire and ground. So we are going to need to swap out here, because I think Beautifly is going to get destroyed there, to be honest. If Nummel knows Ember, for example, we wouldn't be in good shape. Nice. That worked out pretty well. Okay, Zubat is notoriously annoying. Okay, of course, attack missed. Let's just try. Yeah, decent. I think Beautifly can take this fight, even while being confused. By the way, there is some kind of drilling and DIY ambience in the background, so I'm not sure if that's going to come through on the audio. But if it does, you know why. A neighbour of mine is kind of drilling or some kind of DIY project stuff. It probably shouldn't come through because, to be honest, I have a dynamic microphone, so it'll only be focused on my voice for the most part. Let's see if we can beat this Nummel. I see. I shouldn't have done that. I called it already, and Beautifly was burned. Okay, so we're going to swap out here. I still might level up when if Wingull can defeat Nummel here, which he should be able to. Yeah, nice. Okay, Beautifly level 13. Trying to learn Gust. Yes, we will. I mean, Tackle. How much damage does Tackle does 35 damage, right? Let's just replace Tackle, why not? I think that's everybody, right? Okay, that was, yeah, that wasn't as difficult as I remember. Okay, and we delivered the Devon goods, which is nice. Okay, so you're kind of left, I think, at this point to just explore yourself. Look at this little submarine, right? Okay. What's here? Model of the Hoenn region. That's cool. What's this one? Okay, some kind of fossil. Okay, so let's heal up. Alright, nice. So I will be back in 1 second. Okay, let's just explore around a little bit before we move on. So I think at this point you're supposed to buy harbour mail, I think, to get the coin case. I may have checked that on a wiki thing. The reason being I want to avoid kind of backtracking at all if I can. I'm trying to remember, does somebody here offer that to me maybe? Okay, that's not, so we still need that TM to speak to that guy. I think I checked in here already. Let me just double check because somebody might give me that TM. Oh yeah, I was in here already, so that's okay. I was in here as well. This is the nickname rater guy. Okay, we don't really need to engage with the contest at the moment. Yeah, so Mauville City is our next destination, technically. Okay, so you need a bike. Yeah, you do need the bike to get a... I think you get the bike in Mauville. Can't remember the how to pronounce that. The submarine is too small for me. Can you fish? No. Can you fish here? Oh, you can. Okay, I think we actually face our rival at some point here. Let's see if we can take them on. Is it here? So obviously we can't go through here without a bike, right? Yeah. Okay, nice. So I guess we're just progressing north here. I think we... Let me just check and let me just think for a moment. Yeah, I think we've done everything in Slateport that we need to do. The only thing is, where do you get the harbour mail? That's what's kind of bugging me. This is the the Pokemon Mart. Ah, so maybe it's just in the store. Let's just check that real quick. Just in the Pokemart, maybe? This must be a unique item for this particular store. Oh, it is, yeah, nice. So I think you exchange that for an item in the next city, and I think it's to engage or to enter the not enter, what's the word I'm looking for? To like use the machines and stuff in the arcade, I think. The coin case. Okay, we have some trainer battles here. So you can actually go, I think you can go west at this point as well. Okay, that's not very... Oh yeah, Plusle is electric type, right? So let's swap out here for Poochyena. Yeah, I actually, now that I think about it, 2 of my main 3 Pokemon are flying, which makes them very susceptible to electric, and so Tentacool is also vulnerable. So I need to be careful. And I'll have to have a little think about how I'm going to approach the next gym. It could be quite challenging. I think Poochyena should be okay here, right? Yeah. Let's just keep Poochyena just in case. But yeah, I'm happy enough. Like, if Poochyena is around, you know, level 20 or so, I think that's decent. It's a decent place to be. I think the next gym, I'm not sure what level. I think is it maybe they're. I don't think they're much above level 20. The gym leaders Pokemon. So I'm on pace. You know, I think in terms of the leveling, I think I'm kind of where I need to be. Okay, Poochyena needs to break through this. Damn it. Nice. Eventually got there. Okay, let's go back and heal. There is also a trick house, I think, at this point as well, but you need Rock Smash, I think, to progress through it. So we can get Rock Smash in Mobile City as well. And yeah, at some point, I'm not sure when we get Fly, but we can fly back to Petalburg and maybe try and get Dustox and Magikarp as well. When I do have a Magikarp already. Now that I think about it, let's actually put Magikarp into the team and start thinking about Gyarados, because I have that XP share, right? Now I don't need to give it the XP share just yet, because I do need to, you know, get as much XP as I can to my main Pokemon, but I can do a little bit of grinding at some point. Like, Magikarp's level 10, at level 15 it learns Tackle. So I did catch this Magikarp earlier on in the designated area. And the reason I did was, I was very lucky to see a level 10, because that's the max you can get. I think it's between 5 and 10. And the first one I seen, or one of the first ones I seen, was 10. And I was like, okay, might as well catch it, because it'll save me the bother of grinding for it later on. So that's kind of exciting. So we could have a Gyarados sooner rather than later. And then our team is looking a little bit stronger, actually. The only problem is it's all very weak to electric, right? Water or flying. So we are going to need to find a different option. Okay, so there's like grassy areas there as well I can kind of grind, but let's leave the trick house for the moment. I think, okay, we can walk to Mobile that way. Okay, that lady's taking a leisurely walk. Okay, Route 103. I'm not sure where this brings you, actually. Okay, we got some cool berries here. Okay, you get some cherry berries. I'm not sure what these even do, but why not? I think the map in this is much bigger than Gen 2, actually, now that I think about it. Can we water this with the... Yes, with the Whalmer Pail. Okay, nice. Okay, what is... let's look up, actually, on the Bulbapedia. So this is Route... Route 103. Okay, interesting. That's Route 103. I thought, is Route 103 not in the early section? Okay, interesting. Oh, this does loop back around to... This links back around to Oldale, right? Surely it does, right? I'm just going to bring up the Bulbapedia. So let's have a look, right? So we've Slateport. So Route 110 is kind of north with the cycle path. So if you go west, you go Route 103. yeah, it connects Route 110 and Oldale, so it brings you back around, right? Okay, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Let's battle the trainers and see. Because I can't quite remember. Do you need to? Is there some obstacle in the way or something, or is the path fully kind of linked up? Okay, let's try flying. Yeah, that's going to be super effective against grass type, right? That's really good, actually, that Beautifly is super effective against its own type, grass type. Nice. Almost at the goal level of 15. Okay, this is going to be a double battle. Okay, Amy and Liv. Plus and Minnon. Should be able to take them. Okay, Poochyena is intimidating, which is great. Let's use Poison Sting and Bite against Plusle. Or, sorry, that's Minnon. Who is now poisoned, which is great. Okay, Poochyena is paralyzed again. Okay, nice. It works through it. Okay, yeah, this should be no problem now, just to finish off the Plusle. So this is nice, I suppose. Once we defeat these trainers in this area, we can... I think there's a few... Is there a few more trainers along? I think actually you encounter your rival along the path to Moville. So I would like in this episode to defeat our rival and actually reach Moville. I think that's a good target to have. That would be quite a successful episode. I'm going to go back and heal. Just so we are strong going into that. Whatever trainer battles are left. Alright, nice. Oh yeah, if I did do the 151 challenge, that grassy area there, you can catch, yeah, in that grassy area you can catch Oddish, which is cool. So you could have Gloom, or potentially Vileplume as part of your team, which is nice. But not in this playthrough, unfortunately. We cannot catch anything past... Let's just try Gust. Anything past Petalburg, of course. And this should level up Beautifly as well, which is great. Okay, let's use some kind of a berry, yeah. just coming up on the hour mark of the episode as well, which is nice. I always like to get an hour in, and typically I usually go beyond that point as well if there's a couple of things to a couple of side quest items to complete. In this case, it's kind of taking on our foe, our enemy, or our rival. Alright, okay, so of course you can surf across there and it'll bring you back to the early routes. So that's actually kind of cool, right? Let's take on this guy. So yeah, the map is looped around at that point, which is nice. We don't have surf, obviously, to make it back, but when we do have surf, that could be a way just to get back to the early area to catch new Pokemon and stuff. I'm not sure if you get fly or surf first. But yeah, let's do this. I'm actually quite happy with how quickly Beautifly is leveling up. Tentacool, okay. Let's keep Beautifly, why not? Oh, nice. That did a lot of damage. Level 15 Magikarp, okay. It's great that, like, with Magikarp and Gyarados, that there's still an opportunity to have an iconic Gen 1 Pokemon in the team. I think that's really satisfying for me anyway. Because apart from that, there's only Tentacool, Magikarp, Goldeen. I think that's all, right? I think they're the only Gen 1 Pokemon. They're all Pokemon you would catch by using the Old Rod, for example, in the early part of the game in the challenge area. But yeah, that's sweet. So let's just heal up. I'm just gonna go into the Pokemon Center and we will take on our rival. So I'm not sure what Pokemon they're gonna have, but I think we should be strong enough to defeat them. I think their main type. Oh, I think their main type is fire. So that's fine, and we have Wingull for that. So let's see. Let's lead with Beautifly, why not? Okay, some grassy area here. I think you have to take on these trainers first. So let's do that. Like I said, if I reach Moville in this episode, I think that would be pretty nice. Pretty good progress. And actually the way the games are designed, an hour and a half is kind of, for each section, is kind of what it takes anyway. It's perfect for this kind of format, you know. I never leave an episode kind of mid doing something. I always kind of wrap up, it just seems to be the way the game is designed, I guess. Like each city or each gym, each city area takes about like an hour and a half to explore and to defeat all the enemies and stuff. Sometimes the routes in between actually can be a little bit more tedious, like this one, because you have those wild encounters as well. Okay, Poochyena, nice, pretty strong at this point. Level 20, I'm happy with that. That's really good progress. Okay, Aaron is steel type, I think. Let's keep Poochyena as an experiment to see how... I'm not sure if Dark is super effective or not. It's not very effective, okay. Let's just keep using it anyway. Oh wow, yeah, steel is like really hard to break through. The next gym is going to be tough. I don't even know what you can use against steel and electric. I'm going to have to check the type chart on that. Oh, I think I had Bulbapedia up there for a while, so apologies. Yeah, all that all that you missed was a couple of trainer battles there along Route 103. And I went to the Pokemon Center a few times. What did I even have on the screen there? Oh yeah, Hoenn Route 103. That's okay. Hopefully people watching this are like the audio is one of the main things and they're like doing something else. But it was only for like 5 or 10 minutes there, so apologies for that. But yeah, you only missed like along the route here, and I'm actually going to go back and show you just because. So I just basically defeated the last few enemies on this route here, and I kind of, yeah, that's all I think. But yeah, feel free to. I'm sure at this point you might have skipped ahead actually. But yeah, so we're going to try and continue on here and defeat our rival, hopefully. It's actually hard to because when you click, you know, on OBS and you click window capture and you bring it up, it's so easy to just bring back the emulator and forget about it. You know, I've done that a few times, but what you're gonna do? That's our rival. So I've actually, this is a good moment to have sorted out that minor tech issue. But yeah, okay, so I'm going to use a couple of heals if I have them. This says in battle. Oh, 10 PP, right. Let's use a soda pop. Okay, nice. Let's see how we get on. This is a big early battle. So GG's if you've stayed on through the static Bulbapedia page for like 5 minutes, but because I'm trying to think, I brought up the Bulbapedia to check about Route 103. So yeah, no, I think I was, yeah, there was nothing really that was missed in between there. Okay, Whale, we're level 18. Okay, pretty strong water type, but that's super effective. Okay, oh, that's going to be super effective. Yeah, it's rock type. I'm going to swap out from Magikarp simply because I'm going to just heal up Beautifly for the next battle. Oh, that's perfect. Nice. So that's all I needed there was Magikarp to absorb some just some damage, so I could do that. Okay, so I mean Poochyena probably. See, that is the danger with Beautifly and Wingull, that rock type is going to be super effective. It's unfortunate that Wailmer has that actually. I think Rowlet gets stronger as well every time he uses it. Nice. That's a very important flinch. Okay, Beautifly leveled up. Brilliant. Yes, we will change. So Wingull, it's your time to shine here. I think Combo Skin is fire, and I think fighting is the secondary type. So we got to go in with Water Gun. Okay, it doesn't do that much. I thought it would do more than that. I mean, he's level 20, so fair enough. Okay, okay. Nice. Wingull is definitely the Poliwhirl of this playthrough. You'll understand if you've seen my Pokemon Gold challenge run, but it's that kind of strong water backup Pokemon. This also should be super effective. I think Shroomish is grass, right? Yeah. Okay, I think that's... Is that paralysis? Yeah. This is also going to be super effective. Nice. That's nice. That's... I'm really happy with that. Nice, we defeated our rival. And again, like I said, I think I'm kind of on point with where I need to be with the levels based on that battle. And I didn't feel overpowered either. I felt like it was a good back and forth there, which is what you want. I don't want to be like max leveling the game and you making it too easy. I like to be kind of just on the pace, you know, so I go into every battle and it's not guaranteed I'm going to win, but I'm confident enough that I don't need to worry too much. Okay, so they have a bike already. Okay, there's a little Oddish. Look at Beautifly now, level 16, 50 HP. Let's continue on. I think I should be okay to continue. Yeah, Poochyena is doing pretty well there. I'm trying to tiptoe my way through this. So I haven't needed to grind in the wild much at this point. Up to this point, which is nice. Okay, we've Collector Edwin. So Gust is going to be super effective here again. I mean, it's just so nice. The combination of Wingull and Beautifly is quite OP, and then having Poochyena as the sturdy front runner. I like it. I'd be also interested to hear if you are watching and you are playing through this challenge, like what options, what's your team looking like around this point at like badge number, kind of badge number 3, just after Slayport heading into Moville. You know, what's your team looking like at that point? Because what's interesting is, although the pool of Pokemon is the same for anybody taking on the challenge, it's still wide enough that you can have quite a lot of deviation in the individual teams. You know, depending on what kind of Pokemon people prefer. Not everybody would go for Magikarp, Gyarados, for example. Some people might get Goldeen. Some people might just focus on Tentacruel as the water option. Do we want Stun Spore? No. I actually don't need Stun Spore. I'd rather keep Poison Sting, which I think can be more of a bothersome move for people. Ooh, Psychic. So Abra's gonna know Confusion. This could be nasty. So let's swap out for my... I think Psychic is not effective, not very effective against Dark type. Okay, it knows Hidden Power. I'm going to write a note so I don't forget. Because that guy in the market, it's still annoying me that that guy in the market was being all kind of weird and covert about, like, if you get Hidden Power TM, come back and talk to me. So we're going to do that. Slate Port. Whenever I get that Hidden Power TM, I'm going to try and go back to that guy and get... I think he gives you some item or something. Okay. Yeah, I was tidying up the channel a little bit, just in terms of the, I was kind of mixing up, I was adding some kind of computer content, computing related content for a while, and I don't know, I was kind of unsure about how it all fitted. So the way it is at the moment on the channel, I've kind of just focused all the content on just the gaming stuff, and I've taken out some of my computer tutorial stuff, which I think I'm going to compile into a blog instead, and I'll link that in my description on YouTube. So basically, yeah, like in my spare time, I like tinkering around with computers, you know, and designing websites and stuff. And instead of kind of cluttering the feed of, because I'm aware that some people might follow the channel for retro gaming content or just gaming content in general, indie stuff, whatever, and then to see a kind of a niche computer tutorial drop on their newsfeed, I know for me that could be a little bit jarring if that's not what you followed the channel for. So I'm gonna siphon that off into a blog, if not a separate kind of. I was thinking about a secondary channel for it, like just for tutorial stuff, but I think a blog will suffice, because literally all I do is problem solve. When I've solved the problem, I just like to archive and have it written down somewhere about how I did it, basically. So, but yeah, so I'm kind of just doing that. I'm putting together a small wiki-style website for that, and to keep my gaming stuff separate, you know, and keep the channel just focused on the gaming content. Now I may still include emulation or installation guides where necessary if I'm playing an obscure mod or something, or a game like Daggerfall Unity, for example. A lot of people were interested about how to install that, and how there was a couple of different areas I had to troubleshoot with that. So you might still see some of that, but once it's game oriented, the problem is I was adding content that was actually didn't have any gaming dimension to it, and I felt it just, for me, it was a little bit jarring, so I've removed it to keep the timeline retro and indie gaming focused, you know. So that's what you're getting when you subscribe to the channel, you know. It's a very clear product in that regard. Okay, let's see if we can defeat this while we're here. Okay, nice, level 21. Tentacool. Let's put Beautifly back out. Beautifly is kind of stealing the limelight here, right? Started the episode on level 10. Now approaching level 18. And actually should just get over should just reach level 18 after this battle. Nice. I think there's been some good leveling up on this in this episode as well. Let's have a look at the team. So Poochyena 21, I think that's perfect. Wingull is level 19, which I also think is perfect, and Beautifly level 18. So that's a really strong trio. I actually think, I mean, Tentacool is fine. I think it's going to be quite difficult to level him up at this point. So what I might do is focus on getting Gyarados and possibly something, a 6th Pokemon. But I'll keep Tentacool in the squad, in the team, for the moment at least. Oh yeah, let's plant a berry. What does the Nanab berry do? Oh yeah, Pokeblock ingredient. I don't even know, to be honest, I don't even know what the Pokeblock is. Oh yeah, it's actually a... I just looked it up real quick. It's a contest item thing. It's for like entering your Pokemon into the contests, basically. Okay, so we've reached Mauville. Nice. Okay, this guy wants to be on TV. Let's go and heal. Right, so Mauville is important. So you get the bike. I think you get Rock Smash, and there's a gym. So that's kind of what we're focusing on in the next episode. Let's just have a quick wander around. Actually, let's just chat to the people in the Pokemon Center first. Sometimes they can give you stuff. A record corner. Alright, okay. Can you actually... I actually don't know what that is. Oh, that's the cable. Welcome... Okay, the Cable Club. You may mix your records as a trainer with the records of your friends. Let's just save the game here. Okay, I'm not sure how you do it. You probably need a link. A link cable. Is this the weird man? Okay, sorry we're too busy for that. Okay, sorry, what did that lady say? When I access the record corner, the data for what's hot in Dewford. So that data is the same as my friends. There's a lot of okay, there's a lot of kind of extra stuff here we don't need to worry about too much. So the team is looking nice and strong at the moment. So let's just have a quick browse. So this is okay, Route 1. Okay, there's actually trainers here. I wasn't aware of that. So let's just defeat this lady here. But yeah, so the next episode we are exploring around here, basically in Mauville, and thinking about taking on the gym. And yeah, that's basically what we're looking at. And we get the bike, of course, so I can start exploring some of the routes around here. And yeah, we can just have a look at the Bulbapedia for what's coming up, and maybe like try and find out when do we get Fly, so we can think about coming back to Petalburg. Although I can still track back. I can still track back on foot at this point. It's not going to take that long. I suppose just to finish out the episode, let's clear out this little area here. So we have a couple of trainers here. Let's just defeat them. Look at this guy. So this will be a good test here. So Magnemite. Is anything going to be in any way decent? No. Flying is not very effective, obviously. Absorb is not going to be very effective. This is going to be super effective. Let's try Wingull. Although that's not going to be good either, because Wingull is water and flying. So this is going to be doubly... double super effective. I suppose Poochyena is probably... the main threat. Although Bite is probably not going to do much damage. Yeah, wow. Okay, at least it does a little bit of damage. Okay, this guy's going to have all Magnemites, isn't he? Okay, Metal Sound. So yeah, that's the big challenge in the next episode is going to be defeating that gym leader. Quite tough, but we can do it, definitely. Okay, Wishmer. Okay, it's nice to get a little bit of XP there. Okay, so Absorb, right? Should be super effective, and it should get me... yeah, it'll get me some HP back as well. So I think Beautifly and Wingull are now both level 19. Which is basically exactly... that just leaves my team exactly where they should be. So obviously when you get Surf, you can Surf East there. We don't need to think about that just yet. So I'm just going to heal up and save it, basically. And yeah, I'll pick it up from here in the next episode. Might train up that Magikarp a little bit, maybe. If he can get to 15... Magikarp can actually grind in the wild himself without XP share. So it's just about kind of edging closer and closer to level 20 then at that point. Now I do understand my team is going to be very water and flying orientated, which has its own vulnerabilities. Just going to do a little double save here. Just to be sure. Okay, nice. So we reached Moville. We defeated our rival. We gave the Devon goods to Stern and explored Slateport a little bit and leveled up a decent amount. So a very successful episode, and drop a comment if you're enjoying the challenge and the playthrough. Like I said, I usually have a chat in the comments with other kind of Pokemon fans, people who are playing through the game. It's a nice way of just kind of sharing kind of enthusiasm and nostalgia for these games. And yeah, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll be back again soon with more content. Thanks very much for watching.